And we've talked plenty this week about what kind of game you're expecting from Miami and Notre Dame, and you're expecting the under. What kind of game are you expecting for the Dolphins Colts a week from Sunday? Because I'm curious if, I love the cutesy brand of football that Mike McDaniel played at the beginning of his tenure here. I'm looking for like the 320 yards passing from Tua and 18 different receivers involved. And I'll give you the motion penalties and the false starts if it's an exciting offense. Are you expecting a 270-yard day from Tua on a big debut for Tyreek Hill this season? Or are you expecting more of a Devon Achane and Ollie Gordon and some tosses to Julian Hill?
I'm taking the ball to Julian Hill. I'm going to be mad. But no, a tiger, what is a zebra doesn't change its stripes. Mike McDaniel cannot not do the cutesy stuff. It's what made him a head coach. It's what made him successful. It's what made him score 70 points. It's what we talk about it like that. We're going to have the pre-snap motions, all these resets, double motions, the little flea flicker motion where the guy comes across and runs back behind Tua. All that's still going to be in. And I do not want Tua to throw for 300. I'm not saying don't let Tua throw for 300. I want him to get to 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 and run the ball downhill at somebody's head. I want them to have a bully, some kind of bully package, some kind of physical mentality, because if Tua is still doing what he did 23, that offense, what it did, they were top offense in the league. You're going to go play the Ravens and the Bills and those teams that have it, and you have to be able to do it. I expect 3rd and 4th and short to look different, but I still want the cutesy stuff. I still want Tyreek on the bang 8s. I still want reverses. I still want hand sweeps. I don't want a double reverse on 4th and 2. That's where it's going to piss me off. But I still want them to score 30, 40 points a game.
You know what I want on 4th and 2?
What?
Bootleg.
Naked boot. Let's go. Let's get that rushing over to let's surprise them all.
Huck, our entire season goes off of Tua's health, and you are
the defense knows
politicking
that. So
for him to run more.
They're not expecting that bootleg at all. The defense knows they would never risk him that way. You could run on the first play. If you have the ball at the 30, the first play, Tua could run for a 70-yard touchdown if you have the guts, Mike McDaniel, to run a bootleg on play number 1.
And Tua is not Lamar Jackson. Play number 1, they run a naked boot hawk.
They literally aren't going to be paying attention to him. They're going to see him shooting down the sideline, and they're going to say there's no chance he has the ball.
He's going to get about 13 yards and slide. Now they've seen the play. Let's save the play for week 17.
Alana, what kind of offense are you expecting opening game?
Remember last year, opening game, Jacksonville comes to Miami, and we are expecting Dolphins kind of fizzled out in 2023. They lose a Tennessee game. They go up to Kansas City. They're playing literally in the frozen tundra. They have guys off the street trying to win them playoff games. They're coming back with a vengeance. Week 1 against Jacksonville, Tua's going to shut down the Trevor Lawrence discussions. And then Javon Holland saved your season by punching out a ball. And the Dolphins grinded the win out. And credit to them for doing it, by the way. It's not an indictment on them. I expect that type of game. I expect a game that's set up for Riley Patterson to win it with a game-winning field goal. No, but seriously, that's what I expect. Tua has not thrown the ball to Tyreek Hill in pads against another team since last season. Think about that. And Tua didn't play the last 2 games. I believe, even though, Crowder, I know you say preseason doesn't matter. Those two have their timing down. I don't know, man. Tyreek Hill had surgery, hasn't played football since he quit on this team. They're clearly not necessarily on the best terms personally. I think there's going to be a little bit of a period there where they have to feel each other out again. I don't think the Dolphins offense is going to be firing on all cylinders week 1. And I happen to think the Colts defense is a very good defense as well. I think they win the game, by the way. I don't think any of this is a criticism of the Dolphins. I just think it'll take them a little bit of time to get back into that rhythm where they're one of the best and most prolific offenses in the NFL.
But to that point, Solana, you make sense with the chemistry talk. If Tua is going series for series with Daniel Jones, Tua's been here 5 years.
The floor with them.
Daniel Jones got there 5 months ago and just got the starting job 2 weeks ago. That would be trouble. Like you're saying, they win, but if they win with a Patterson field goal late to go up 20-17, that's not what you should do against a Daniel Jones-led offense. And Daniel Jones should be on his ass a lot if our pass rushers are doing what they're supposed to do.
Don't forget, though, Indianapolis are the favorites. So not everyone sees it that way.
It would be troubling if this offense goes out and did what they did. Who was it the last preseason game? Jaguars. Those first 2 series, that cannot be the first 2 series of the Colts game. They can't go out there and get 2 penalties. Tua can't get sacked twice. No, you got to have something set.
What would you set the over-under at for Darren Waller targets?
2?
I don't know. I've been looking for any player props. I'm just curious what it. I don't even know if there'll be a prop for it because there's really no way to prognosticate it. Vegas likes an edge. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder. I wonder. I mean, because I got the Odell thing in my head where I thought he was going to be the secret weapon, and it never really panned out.
I think after Waller has a big game, kind of like Jonnu did last year, after they see that he can push the ball down the field and help Tua, I think his numbers will go up. But this joker hadn't played football in a year and a half. Went through a mental health thing and retired. Like, I think he might need some time to get back on his feet on the field.
But it's why I'm hesitant to just expect the Dolphins to look like they're in midseason form week 1. 2 years ago, this video is going viral 2 days ago. Tua comes out in LA on the road week 1. This is 2023. And he is effing unbelievable. It's one of the best Tua games we've ever gotten. Remember in the fourth quarter, avoids a sack, steps up in the pocket, throws a dart to Tyreek. He had Tyreek all over the field the entire game. And then the game-winning touchdown drive, back shoulder fade to Tyreek Hill. It's the one example of that play actually effing working. But, man, you have a team that their running back is banged up. Their tight end their starting tight end, we assume, hasn't played a snap in over a year. Tyreek Hill, their number 1 option, is banged up, hasn't taken a snap in any sort of legit football work in over a year. You have Austin Jackson, your right tackle, who hasn't taken a snap in a long time. I'm talking preseason. He's been out. Like, there's just a lot of question marks on the offense. So I think it's naive to just say, yeah, they're coming out, they're dropping 37 points. Tua's going to throw for 300+ yards, and they're going to look great. Like, I think they can get there, but I think it'll take a little bit of time.
If they were playing the Eagles, I would be more on your side, Solana. They're playing the Daniel Jones-led Colts.
Right, but the Colts defense is the only reason that team had 9 wins last season or 8 wins last season. Okay, I mean, the defense kept them in the game.
Defense, like that.
I would.
$2,002.
I'll tell you what I would argue, though, Crowder. It's kind of like what we talk about with Carson Beck Sunday night, where he's got experience doing this. So Daniel Jones, the Dolphins aren't the Eagles. So I think the prevailing notion is Daniel Jones is more than capable of beating lesser teams. He's got trouble when, it gets all hot and bothered against the real good ones, but the Dolphins are not looked at as a great team. So I think the fact that it's Daniel Jones out there is probably a positive in many people's opinions when it comes to the game.